Sync up on clap. 3, 2, 1. If you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, you'll know my photography for the last year has been really urban and concrete jungle themed. And at the start of lockdown, I had to change and adapt to a completely different environment and shooting style. So today that's why I want to talk about why it's important and really good to step out of your photography comfort zone. In a media environment, in a world where technology is changing, where the industry is changing, no matter what you do, if you're behind the camera, you've got to learn to change with it. It's part and parcel of any sort of media production. Going back to the very start of the video, I mentioned for the last 12 months I've been shooting urban scenes, mainly in Sheffield city centre on my Canon 5D, and that's because that's where I've been living for the last 3 years due to university. But because of COVID and the change in the climate, I've had to move back to my family home in Doncaster. And that's a very rural environment compared to Sheffield. I live on an estate here rather than in the bustling town centre. And my photography took a massive hit at the very start, towards March and April. I was shooting 300, 400 photos a day and not a single one was coming out how I wanted it. I had to find ways to continue my photography in a totally different scenario. Experimenting is really key with photography because there almost seems to be a stigma, especially with a lot of the people I know, that you're expected to go out and shoot the perfect photo first time, and that's just not how it works. You shoot hundreds and thousands of shots for that one good one. That's what it's about. It's about perseverance and being able to get better over time. Have that drive and that willingness to get better over time. There's no point saying, oh yeah, I want to get better at my photography, and then actually just never working towards it. You know, you've got to put in that effort and you've got to want to. And it's why a lot of the photographers you see on YouTube are so good at what they do, because they're so passionate about it. You've got to love it. And I suppose the prime example of this change that I've had recently is we went on a holiday to Shrewsbury, nice little luxury lodge park, and there was nothing there. So I went out one evening, 8, 9 o'clock, the sun was still coming over the horizon, so there was a bit of light. Again, took about 100 photos, and out of them, probably I think 2 came out alright. And once I'd balanced the saturation, highlights and put a colour curve onto it, I was really pleased with what it came out with. So that's kind of everything for today's little instalment. Take away the need to keep going. It's important, it really is, and step out of your bubble every now and then. If you like making sci-fi films, that's great, but make a drama, make a rom-com if you really want. Try something new, because the industry wants so many different skills these days. We've got to have so much under his belt. If I can do it, so can you. Hit that like button, send me in some of your photography, let's build a little community, and I will see you in the next one.